I'm in my backyard where it is just calm, tranquil, and peaceful. I want to talk to you today about peace because it's something that's difficult to find in today's world. This is your morning cup of inspiration. Do you have peace, or do you feel like I do sometimes, where you're knotted up inside and you're worried and you're fearful and you see what's going on in our country and people just at each other's throats and calling each other all kinds of names and not backing it up with any facts? It's a world, it's a country where there's not a lot of peace. But the Bible says that we're supposed to pursue peace. In fact, Jesus talked about peace 23 times in the Bible. In fact, when he first appeared to the disciples after he had risen from the dead, they were all huddled up, fearful, in a room, in an upper room, and he just walked in and said, "Peace be with you." That was the first word out of his mouth, peace. We read in Psalm 34 that we're supposed to seek peace. 34:14 says, "Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Well, how do we seek peace? How do we pursue it? We do that by seeking God, by asking him to just bathe us with his presence and let us feel his peace in spite of everything that's going on. In Mark, we read the story about the disciples, and they were in a boat, and it says in verse 37, a furious squall came up. This was a quick, sudden, really powerful storm. And Jesus was asleep, and his disciples woke him and said, "Teacher, don't you care that we drowned?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Peace, be still." And then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. And then he kind of rebuked the disciples. He said in verse 40, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" In the King James, he says, "O ye of little faith." You know, Jesus has a peace that the world can never know apart from him. And his peace is very different. In fact, Jesus said to his disciples in John chapter 14, verse 27, I'm reading from the New International Version, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." When I get all worked up in knots, I like to come out here in the backyard and just listen to the sounds of nature and the wind and the trees and talk to the Lord and say, "I need your peace, God. Please just let it fill my heart." I'm going to close with this. There's a painting by a guy named Jack Dawson, and it's called "Peace in the Midst of the Storm." And you can see the sky is dark and ominous, and there's lightning striking, and there are waterfalls and waves just crashing over these rocks. And down at the bottom, hidden, nestled into the rocks, he put a mother bird with her little babies, and they were safe because they were in the rock, even though the storm was raging. Jesus is our rock. He's the place where we are safe. His peace he gives to us, not as the world gives. It's a peace that passes all understanding. I hope for you today that you have that peace. If you don't, just seek God and pursue peace, and he will bring it to you. God bless you. I'll see you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.